Organized Sound Podcast. I'm your host, Mahib Balday. Welcome back. We have in the building today Polo Films.
Yeah,
How you feeling, bro?
Feeling great. I'm feeling blessed.
I need that goose, I need that perp. Got that 2-4 chillin' on my shirt. Added 7 cause I always put in work. 24/7, let me kill the verse.
Yo, you're out here working.
Nah, try my hardest.
Mclaren, New Jersey. Tell me about the come up there.
With Montclair, I'm really blessed. Like, honestly, just to grow up in Montclair, I really would not want to grow up anywhere else. I'm not trying to say nothing about no other towns, but or anywhere. Just like Montclair is just such a blessing growing up there. Some of the people that my neighbors and stuff now are still like my best friends to this day. Like Montclair is such a close, you grow close to everyone that you grew up with. I remember growing up. You remember Mere Money? He came in with Amaru.
Yep.
Yeah, Mere Money. That's my next door neighbor.
Oh shit.
So we were playing,
on the family shit.
Yeah, we were playing outside since I could walk. You know what I mean? Skateboarding, curveball, whatever. And that's still someone that I talk to this day. It's just crazy. Like my down the street neighbor is still my best friend, like my brother to this day. So I really like. And the other aspect of Montclair is just so diverse, and you really get to meet all different types of people. And the way we were brought up is just, they say Montclair is the stigma-free town. So really, it's just everyone is so open, just so welcoming for you as you are. So I'm really blessed to grow up there.
That's dope. Is there? I've heard of a venue out there that people do shows at. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Wellmont. Yeah. Are you close to that?
It's become a very hot spot. We just had Fetty Wap, and that viral clip of Tekashi jumping in the crowd
and getting dropped.
That's in Montclair. That's the Wellmont.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had Cardi there. Uzi came out.
It's recently started going to the next level for their business.
And we also had an event there that featured all Essex County artists called Turkey Fest, which I was backstage for. I was doing camera work for, so that was really cool too.
Nice. So who is Polo Films?
Polo Films, that's me. I guess you could call that my brand. I'm still trying to teeter-totter between calling it a brand and a production company because it is just me. But our name really just came just because my freshman year of high school, I just decided J Polo was gonna be my nickname, and I just started telling everyone, call me J Polo, and it just stuck. And then I don't know, Polo Films is just came to my head, and I was like, as soon as I get a camera, as soon as I get a laptop, this is what I want to do.
I feel you. So do you mess with Polo, the clothing brand?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's what the Polo part.
Yeah.
All right. How long? When did you start getting flying Polo and noticing these pieces are what I'm into?
My freshman year, when I started getting I got a bunch of Polo for Christmas, and that's when I really was just call me J Polo. I got this Polo.
Damn, I want Polo for Christmas, man.
Yeah.
What? Oh, wrong family. Tell me about what you were just mentioning, all these things kind of happening at once, right? The nickname, the fashion, the getting into photography and videography. So how did that start, the videography part, the photography part?
So the whole idea that, this is one of my first times really, broadcasting this is, what Polo Film, my real first idea was I got a GoPro. This kid in my school, I told him my idea, he just gave me a GoPro. And my real plan was we were gonna film me and a couple of my friends. I was gonna film it. It was we were just gonna go to parties and make an I'm Schmack for our high school.
Oh shit!
So that was our original plan.
That's a plan though.
The YouTube channel.
There's a market for that.
Yeah, but then it just really didn't go as I wanted it to. So then it just started into me taking pictures of people. And then from that, I just started getting better at doing videos. I had been doing photography since I was in 8th grade. with I had a whole different camera, and like I was doing more like scenery stuff like on family vacations. But like I was just like it's a little extra good at it. Like I had like an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that was the real start of like what Polo Films was gonna be.
Okay, and so from there, I'm gonna jump to your YouTube channel, which I was checking out. You have a video called "Fashion It's an Art" with this dude Evan Halt, and you talk about that being your first project. How did that come together?
So, Ev is someone I've known like for years and years. He was actually like an assistant teacher at my middle school. So when I was in 8th grade, he had just started working there, and so we just became really cool. Like I ended up following him on Twitter, and then we were just we just stayed connected, and then he just started off with this brand called Chain Gang. Like it's I guess his own brand with like 9 of his best friends from high school, and like they just all stuck together, and the whole brand is really just about unity. So I always knew him as someone that really encaptured fashion. Like he really put like a lot of work into how he presented himself all the time, and like he was just someone that was really up to date with the trends, and like we were trying to figure out like what would be something we could both work on as like we were starting our brands, and like that's just where that's just what came out of it.
Okay, yeah. Tight. What was the back and forth between you guys putting that visual together? Was it collaborative?
It was really like let's get these shots. Well, I had the GoPros, like let's just get these shots of what we know would look cool, and then we edited it down, and then you just put the voice, like the monologue over it.
Got you. And so your style really progressed from there, because some of the next YouTube videos I see were like songs, but then you put like famous media clips, and we're cutting those up over stuff.
You know what I'm talking about? That was for his first real visual that I did. We just thought it would be a catchy, like clever idea.
Word. It worked out, and it made me think like, okay, he understands like sequencing and cutting and like having music hit with certain moments, and that's what it's all about. So you've been, like I said, doing a lot of videos with up and coming artists, Jersey especially.
Yeah.
Tell me about linking up with Amaru Cloud.
All right, well, yeah, he's a really funny guy. Come out here, call me his son, but he's a funny guy. He's really funny.
That's where I come from. That is an endearing term.
That's my brother. That's something I've known for a while. Yeah, he was around 6th grade. He moved in around the corner from me. So as I told you, my player, like we're all really tight. So someone moved into the neighborhood, like we were all just flock to him, like for a second, like,
find out what he's about.
What he's about. Yeah. Now, but then we just became friends, and like, yeah, just from there. He always like had this music thing going, but he had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Like he was acting in movies, and different stuff like that. The spotlight, so he always had like a little bit of spotlight on him, and then he did that show. He did a show with I think the artist Kalen and Miles. Like he opened for them, and then that's when that's when people really started to notice that like he was like getting big, and around that time, it was like freshman or sophomore year, like I really wasn't doing the whole Polo Films thing. Like I was just admiring from a distance. And I was always trying, like in the back of my head, like I was always trying to do something with him. Like, I was always trying to work, like figure out some way to work with him. Like I was even thinking about like trying to be his DJ. Just to like stay. Like I believed in what he was doing. Like try to stay connected with him as well. But then time went on. He kept doing this thing, and then I picked up the camera, and then like it really just clicked from there.
Right. So it's weird. It feels like both of you just came to that level. Was he one of your first music videos?
Nah. I had to kind of like get him on, like kind of asked him a couple times for him to really be about it, but then yeah,
he came around.
Yeah.
All right. And so you did his video for 40 on my waist.
Yeah.
Or is it 40?
Yeah, 40 on my waist. Yeah.
How was that video shoot?
That video shoot was really interesting. Like we just pulled up in North.
Okay.
And we were just on this block, and we were just in the middle of the street just shooting this video. Like cars, like doing stopping traffic and whatnot, but they really didn't care. Like we just kept shooting this video.
They could see it was getting turned up. They weren't about to make problems.
Yeah, and then that was the first video I did with him, and it's just most successful right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy. And the push from academics.
That academics boost was crazy. Like
you felt that right away. Because you see all the analytics. This is a video that exists on your YouTube page.
Yeah, I was at a shoot. I was doing a shoot, and all I heard was doom da doom da doom da doom. Like people commented academics brought me here, and then it went from I think about 6,000 to 12,000 within a night.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that promo is serious. So talk about progressing to the next video, which was re-up.
Oh,
with the both of you.
I got my new camera and everything, and that was the first video that we really shot with that, and it just came out really good. We were in the studio. I think he had just finished the song, so the flow. Like everyone was fresh, everyone was feeling fresh off the song, and we just busted it out real quick, and then. So
it's cool. This was a lot different, right? Because this was right from it being created, you're watching a birth to all right, let's take it all the way.
Well, we have as I told you before off camera, we have a bunch of stuff that didn't come out. So
okay, there's stuff in between.
So yeah, we did work in between, so we kind of know. We gotta know the chemistry between how we work. So it was that was a video we banged out real easy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel it's getting easier for you as you get this experience and putting it together?
In general, putting people's videos together has become an easier process for me just over the time. It's kind of a verbatim. It's not. Obviously, each video has its own creative twist, but it's kind of work from a template in my head. You know what I mean? So when I start a video, I kind of know where I want the clips already. I kind of have the vision in my head. So it makes thinking ahead makes post production a lot easier.
Of course. Tell me about your style, developing a style with these videos.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a great question. So my style is very. It's about to me. It's about crispy shots, and just trying to make everything. My big thing is not being corny.
That does come up with when the bars start to seem a little repetitive and certain not gimmicks but elements that always come up when you think of this type of video. So how do you alleviate that?
So no, my huge thing with the whole being corny thing is after Cole Bennett, everyone wants to do those squiggly lines around the rapper as they're rapping
Yeah.
So I try to stay away from the effects as far as I can unless the rapper specifically asks me for them. I'd rather give them a nice clean cut product that is really reflecting on them without having to put extra effects on it.
Okay, it's really real.
Yeah, I think I try to do music videos a little bit more like a film than a music video. Mm-hmm. That's the way I like to think of my camera, when I go into doing camera work.
Dope. So let's get into some other videos that you did. The most recent is with Cinco.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know much about him. He's probably the artist I know the least about. Tell me about his style and y'all
definitely gonna know more
together.
About Cinco.
We're
filming tomorrow. We're filming another video tomorrow.
Dope.
That's also someone that I've grown up with. He was more of a for a while. The reason why people don't know about him is because he was very devoted to just playing football up until very recently, and now he's been taking like this rap's been very seriously. Like going because I think the studio's in Connecticut where he was going to school, so he's going back and forth to Connecticut to record.
Right,
he's putting in work.
He's putting in the work.
Yeah.
He wants it.
I see what saying applying pressure.
And
He's a hard worker, so I know like if he wants to do it, he's gonna get it done. But yeah, that was a video we just did in his apartment. Like we just knew we had to put a visual out just to, like kind of just to show people what he's about.
Right, and I think he did an excellent job of that. The mood, there's a lot of lighting and shadows and like trajectory type stuff.
For sure.
Talk about putting that together.
Well, it was real simple.
Did he come to you with a vision, or did you say, "I got you. We're gonna do it like this"?
Nah, he was kind of like, I know I want to do a video for this. Like, he kind of just kept asking me questions like, "Oh, should I do this? Like, should I go no shirt, no like, you know, just like simple questions about like what he should
about
do.
The set.
Yeah,
the
and then I kind of just gave him a direction to go, and then I think it just worked out beautifully.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into Maxmooga and Two.
So it's Maxmooga and Two Gotta. So,
yeah.
So these are
my fault.
I think they're all part of a group called Grimy Life.
Grimy.
They're from New Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a New Brunswick somewhere else, but that's interesting. How far is that from Montclair?
About 40 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, so we were making like.
So these aren't people you grew up with.
No, these are artists that like hit me first via Insta DM. Mm-hmm. Just from seeing, I guess, like other videos I've done. So we did the first video that's called Rude Boys. We did that video, and they just loved how I put it together. And then after that, they just hit me up for all their videos. So like from that one, I just made like a core cut. Like I just did like we've just been I had a solid relationship, and yeah, I think they're very talented. Like they have their own flow that I really haven't heard. Like on some songs that just really like you really just vibe to. Like that Rude Boy song, I think is just like it's just so bouncy. I think it just really it could really be a vibe.
You believe in it. They go back and forth really well because like their rap styles separately are like different. Yeah. But then you bring them together, and when they're going back and forth, it sounds really good. I mess with them for sure. So for a situation like that, we're talking about Polo Films, shot and edited by Polo Films. Yeah. At all times, there's no negotiation. Talk to me about being like you're on the set, and there's situations where like dudes are waving gun arounds and stuff. Yeah. Do you ever get nervous on set?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I always told my man like Teron, like, cause he comes to me to like a lot of the shoots and like just helps out like with what I need help with, which is like a major blessing. I don't know if I just got shot accidentally while shooting one of those videos. Like, I just don't know like how I feel.
I don't think you'd feel too good though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No, for like the first time like having to deal with that was very. I guess you just say like I was uncomfortable at first, but then, I kind of just like it's kind of just nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about shot and edited. You like to keep control of all your media and not have other people kind of coming in on your vision. Why'd you make that decision?
I don't know. I think you just have to take pride in what like your craft. I just like to have control of it. You know what I mean?
I think that's definitely like a really good principle to keep with. Last dude I wanted to ask you about is Foreigner Mclaren.
So this is actually someone else that I grew up with.
Okay.
Right up the street from me.
Damn, that's interesting because he sounds way different than a lot of these other artists I just mentioned. He's like on a whole different vibe. Could you explain his vibe to people a little bit?
So like I really don't know how. I don't know anyone else that really. I can't describe. Someone described it to me as like Joey Badass kind of raps like that, but I don't really listen to Joey Badass, so I don't know if that like how true that is. But I think his like those beats and the way he comes on those beats is just so different. And he's been rapping like that since we were little. And he was someone else that always had like a little bit, like had a little bit more like exposure, like a little bit more talent. Like he was messing with this group called the Tastemakers that we have in Jersey.
Who are they?
And they're like, I really like. I can't like. They have like a brand, and they kind of just support local artists. They really see like making a wave.
Yeah.
So they were supporting his music like since we were like he was a freshman in high school, so he was always like a little bit ahead of everybody, and that was someone that like I was always trying to work with like in some way. Like I always wanted to like try to be connected with him in some way. Like he's another person that I was like, yo, I would love to like DJ for you, like when I was still trying to be in that lane. So once like I started doing Polo Films, he came to me, asked me to do a video, and it just worked out perfectly.
It's a beautiful thing, man. That's a good feeling. Talk to me about kind of being a business. We talked about off camera, kind of you having to go back and forth with people and arguing about just like releasing content. How do you kind of draw the line when you're working with so many people that you grew up with that are really friends, but also now you're doing business with them?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't happen a lot because I mean a lot of them really understand that like this is, especially if I'm doing something for free, like this is also a reflection on me as it is a reflection on you. That's like the biggest thing I try to preach to people when like they're trying to get on me about, I don't know, not like get on me, but like try to hassle me to change certain things that like that I may think needs to be a certain way, but they try like think needs to be the other way. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, because essentially two people want something, so who like it's a push and pull, and so you usually stick with you get firm on certain issues like I don't wanna
visually
change it
if it's gonna, especially if it's gonna make something look, as like I said before, corny. Like if you're like, oh, like I want this effect because like they did that in the Cole Bennett video, like that's not something like.
Right, that's not, you're open to certain arguments more than others. Yeah.
But I always am trying to give like the client, like what something that they're gonna enjoy, especially if they're paying for it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's talk about an example where you did go back into the edit and change something.
Well, someone paid me like the money in advance, and like I sent them the product. I mean, I sent them the finished video, and like some shots they just want to change it. I just go back and just change those shots. Like that's real.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when the payment's up front.
Yeah, of course.
That's when you get the best service.
Yeah.
Yo, let's keep it that way. Half and half at least.
Yeah.
Talk to me about where you want to grow from here, and who are your inspirations? Let's start there.
Well, I mean, as much as I was saying his name before in a different way, Cole Bennett is really like one of my inspirations.
You look at him and say, damn, he made a lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else in the videography game? I mean, you've got the major guys, right? The Benny Booms and Spike Lees, people who have like giant budgets. Do you want to get into something like that?
Yeah, I like to follow the lane that I don't know if you know If Rivera. He does like Drake, Future, all that. Like he does their videos.
Okay. And what do you like about his style?
I mean, obviously, like it's extravagant. They have a bigger.
I was gonna say.
It's something a little bit different. Yeah, but I was also inspired by like Aze, like all of Chicago.
Yes, Chicago, and I see Chicago having a bigger, as time goes on, Chicago having a bigger and bigger impact on the tri-state, which is interesting. It's like there pretty much are just drill New York rappers at this point. That's like a real segment.
I mean, that's a big thing we have in Jersey too.
Yeah.
Like North, that's a whole.
Speak on that wave.
I mean, I can't really speak on it too much just because, like, well, I mean, I've done work for like a couple of them down there, but Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are just doing the same type of drill sound that you hear coming from Chicago. But I feel like another group that's coming up right now from Jersey is GMGB. I have a video coming out with them.
You were talking about them. How'd you link up with GMGB?
Just from meeting him a couple times. Like he was at the it's three people. The main the so-called main guy is named GMGB Dato.
Okay.
And I met him a couple times, and I saw him at a Turkey Fest, and then that's when we were really seriously talking. And then we were just talking in DMs, and then we just decided to do this video that we just shot maybe about a week ago. So it turned out really good.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What's the timeline after you shoot something? What do you tell them in terms of when to expect to hear from you?
2 to 3. Oh, I mean, I usually have a preview within a week, and then
what's a preview?
Like a 30-second clip.
Okay.
I'm like probably usually the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning of the 30 seconds.
And then from the clip, are you waiting to hear like what they want more and less of, or does that just mean, hey, I'm here, I'm working?
Nah, I mean, I usually just send the clip just to let them know, like, first let them know, like, I didn't, I'm not forgetting about like I'm not forgetting about
this appointment. Yeah. I'm taking this seriously.
And then I also take in mind, like, sometimes they respond with like, I want a little bit more of this, or like a little less of this. So like when they do respond, I mean, obviously I'll take that criticism into mind, because then I won't have to go back and do that through the whole video.
Right. You want to change course right away, nip it in the bud. What's the hardest video you've done so far for you? Most challenging, and why?
I think the most challenging was probably that Thraxx video.
Okay. I like that Thraxx video. Did we talk about that one? That's one of my favorites from you. And you did incorporate a little bit of the effects. You had like the spaced out, kind of like fade in. That song,
I don't know, the way it was just hitting, that song, and his energy was just so crazy.
Right.
He's like 16.
Damn. Yeah. He looks it.
He's part of that whole grimy
conglomerate. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that song was just crazy. We were just in a hotel, and that's just what ended up happening.
Right. So you didn't direct this one as much. It was just like, I'm here with a camera getting all this, and it's amazing.
Yeah. That's really how that one went. But a lot of the other times when I work with them, I kind of tell them, like, come up with an idea on the spot, kind of like let them know like what I'm thinking.
Oh damn! Yeah. So the appointments like that, like consultation and video.
Yeah.
I
mean that's usually how I do it, or like the artist will send me a song beforehand, and I'll usually think of a location that will work the best for it.
That was exactly what I was gonna ask you. So what are some of your favorite locations?
Well, in Mclaren, like, we were blessed to have a ton.
Yeah.
Like, a ton of different locations. Like I haven't even used.
There's spots you want to go.
Yeah. And like sometimes I'll see a spot and like I'll think of a certain person that like, I know like that like will spaz there, like will look the best there. Like when you see this GMGB, like when I released this video, like that spot, like I knew that that's where. Like when I work with them, like that's where I want to go with them. So like I have a couple more spots like that for people, but
in the stash. Yeah. Do you have a release date for this video? This GMGB? Do we have?
I believe
can you say the song?
Their management, so.
Probably
like I'm sending the clip to them this weekend, and then it'll probably be done within the week, this coming week.
Okay, and can you say what the song is?
It's called Ooh. Yeah, it's not out yet.
Got you. Song and video are coming same day.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about like people you'd like to work with. Let's open it up like all the way. Who's an artist that you'd like to work with?
Oh, that I would like to do. I always say Famous Dex.
Yeah. Yo, he's going crazy. And you put out a video for a listening party that he did with Reggie Mills.
Yeah, so that
was a moment.
Yeah, I met
That's
him.
where we linked up.
Yeah, I met him there. And he gave me his number.
Yeah.
He was like, he was like, he was like, yeah, I'm out NY for this long. Holla at me, you know what I mean? Oh man, that's how he was like,
that's a pretty good impression. Oh man, goddamn.
He was like, yeah, like I was like, okay, I get your number. Like, he looked at me, he was like, yeah, let me get your phone. I got the 10. I ain't trying to lose that. Whoa.
That is how he talks.
Yeah.
All right, so where did things go from there?
So, I don't know. I sent him all the pictures that I took that night. Like, I took some, like,
you got all the content.
Yeah, I took some fire-ass flicks of him that night. I sent them all to him, and then, like, I kept hitting him, like, he didn't hit me back. And then, but the moral is, like, the way this story ends is, like, he came and performed in my town. Like I said,
okay.
He came and performed in Mclaren.
And
I'm waiting in line. And he's with me. I'm waiting in line. And we're all like, we were all just bored. And like, I FaceTime Famous Dex. And he answers while we're waiting in line. And then he was like, yeah, man, you know, I'm on the way. Like, I'm about to get naked at the show, man. I'm about to turn up. Well,
Yo, you know he did. Yo, so getting naked at the show. Crazy. Who knew that would fly ever?
Everyone flocked towards me like I was a celebrity.
Yeah.
They were like,
oh, they see it.
You. And they were looking at Dex on the phone. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. He definitely shut that down. Like I saw that show via Instagram and shit like that. I think Amaru opened that show too, right? Did Amaru open at that show?
Yeah, Amaru, and so we have Amaru. We have these other
who else?
These young cats coming from Montclair, tennis boys.
They're
killing shit.
They're cool.
Yeah.
What's their sound?
I really don't know how to explain. It's more like it's like a young sound.
Yeah.
Like
I got you.
It's really upbeat. And,
I'm with it. They bring the energy.
Yeah.
Everybody's ready to turn up with them.
But yeah, Maru and the tennis boys opened for Famous Dex. But he had like 20 other people open for him, so it was
a mess.
It was like 10:30 before Dex came out.
Yikes. Dope. So you're still trying to get Famous Dex, get that video done. You're all ready.
He put it on the gram that he changed his number though.
Oh, shoot.
I have to catch him out. He's out here a lot though.
Catch him outside. It's doable. How about that?
Yeah, but that show that we saw him perform at, I think was better than the show like when he came to the Wilma.
Okay.
That show was way more personal. Like it was like
I agree.
Right there. Like,
he was right there. That intimate moment, like definitely a good moment.
Yo, that was a cool event. That was a real cool.
That was dope. Shout out Reggie Mills. That was dope.
Yo, they had that mug walking around with the edibles.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if he was hired by the...
No. He obviously wasn't hired by them. But
they created a vibe. Because it was already in a gallery.
Yeah.
They created a vibe. There was like alcohol there too.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like they weren't letting us smoke in there first. So me and I went with Amar. And we had already got our weed and whatnot. Like we were like, we're not about to waste this. So we left out there, like we walked out of the venue and found some supply closet. We got busy in there.
Yo, that's a true stoner story.
Crazy, yeah.
That's dope. That's so necessary though. You know what I mean? Like you gotta find out right there.
They were coming crazy, yeah.
Talk to me about you said you mentioned it really quickly. Getting a new camera, upgrading, investing in yourself, which is super important.
Within a year, I upgraded my camera.
Was that?
So
So what did you have? What do you got?
I still have.
Right.
This video that's I forgot to mention. Me and tomorrow I have another video I think that's coming out this week.
Okay.
And we just shot 2 days ago.
Look for that one.
Yeah, look for that. With the person he did 40 on my waist with. So we just shot that, but I also shot that on the old camera, which I shot 40 on my waist on, and that's a Canon T6, and that camera has done me lovely. I really could not have asked for a better first real camera.
And what did you like about it?
It was just so versatile. Like the pictures, like that's still my picture camera. I don't take pictures with this. I now have the Sony A6300. I don't take pictures with that. I just take pictures
strictly video
with my Canon. Yeah, that's how much I still love my Canon.
I got you.
Yeah.
Right, so that it's just another weapon in the arsenal.
Yeah.
But tell me about upgrading to the Sony and what you like about what that does. Because you were telling me you're a 4K cat now.
Yeah. First of all, 4K is really good and it's phenomenal in the low light.
And there's a lot of, like I said, you do a lot of like darker night shoots, low light.
Yeah. Because before with the Canon, like it was straight iPhones lighting up. Lighting up the set, and now like if it's too like now if it's like low light.
Do you just need less light? So
it's just like the way the camera is, the quality is so good. Like you can have a higher ISO.
Yeah.
But it's still looking 4K. So with a higher ISO, like you can just bump up the brightness. So
in the edit,
it's easier to work in low light.
Perfect.
And then it's easy to color grade in Premiere.
Yo, that's a whole game I have no idea about. Tell me about like just learning Premiere, learning to edit.
So I got my MacBook like as soon as I graduated high school, I got the MacBook Air, and immediately like that first night, I was up all night trying to figure out how to get Final Cut Pro for free. And I ended up getting it, and like I used Final Cut Pro. Like that's what I did that project with Ev, with that fashion project. I did that on Final Cut Pro, and then I went to go edit this video I have with my man Jacques Quill 2 times. It's a remix to Quiet Storm. So I went to go edit it, like that was my first music video, and I went to go edit it in Final Cut Pro, and I just really wasn't feeling editing the music video in there. So then I spent a whole more time trying to figure out how to get Premiere. And I ended up figuring out how to get like the whole Adobe suite for free.
Perfect.
So like I have Photoshop, like Lightroom, After Effects, all that.
Yep.
And then after that, like it was really just YouTube. Like
right, just YouTubing. Yeah. You want to do something?
Shout out Justin
how do I get it done?
Show, like he.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah,
yo, I've run into his stuff because I'm in the same similar boat. Okay, yo, shout out OD Show, man, holding it down.
Max Novak, he's another one that he's been doing a little bit more like trying to show people how to do like the trippy effects like that, like Cole Bennett and them are doing.
Right, there's people who do very good like demonstrations on specifically what you'd like for
tutorials
to be as a rapper.
Is like a whole skill.
That's a whole lane.
Like that's a whole skill.
I was talking about like being a beat maker in the new age, and that's a whole lane of like setting up your own beat shop and stuff. But like, yeah, tutorials, because everyone who's in these programs, whatever the program is, creative programs that exist on the computer, even people that you look up to that are pros, they don't know how deep it goes. It goes deep. You go to school for it.
Yeah.
So there's so much growing you can do in that platform, and it's just a lane to just show other people how you've done it and put people on. And the best way isn't to just one by one sit with your buddy. The best way is to give it out to the world.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's invaluable, right? It's like,
I mean, that's why I've learned. That's where you
learned everything. Me too. Same exact thing. So we talked about Polo Films, and right in the beginning, you talked about it is a company and an entity, even though it's just you right now. We see a lot of people with a lot of different lanes who are in videography. So where do you want things to go for you?
I really don't know. Like my cousin, who is a DP, a director of photography. He was also asking me the same thing. Like, what do I want? Like, do I want to branch out, just like become a DP, just do camera work, or like, do I want to edit? But like, I really just want to keep doing what I'm doing now, for like as much as I can. Yeah,
and take that to the highest level.
Yeah.
Dope. So in that vein, a lot of artists have a lot of new ways to market. I'm a marketing student. What do you think is really important when you're putting out a video, and how do you market your craft?
The way we marketed Polo Films was a lot of mass following. Like we would go, I would go to like pages like I don't know, for example, like Famous Dex or like Cole Bennett or like people in that like sort of lane.
Yeah.
And just follow the followers that recently liked their stuff.
Okay.
So that followers that were like active, and wait for them to see my content and see who will follow back, and then the people that didn't follow back, would get unfollowed. So that's how we started marketing it, and then I did some pay for promo, so I promoted some trailers, like the previews and some pictures that I thought I really liked, and also whenever I drop a video, I make a little caption saying hey, I just dropped this video with da da da, here's the link, can you check it out please? I DM that to everyone.
Beautiful. So I've been doing extensive DMing too, and they my Instagram locks me out at a certain point. I think all the platforms do this because it's oh, we think you're sending spam, da da da. Have you run into that at all?
In the beginning, I got just suspended from doing likes.
How? Because you were liking so much?
No. It's follows. Sorry.
Okay, not got you.
Yeah. So I got suspended from doing follows.
Okay.
For 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just spreading it out. Yeah. Essentially.
Just
you're always pushing.
Yeah, I keep saying we. I apologize. I was working. I also have someone that was helping me in the beginning, with a bunch of the marketing and the business stuff, and that was my boy Meeks. Shout out to Meeks.
Shout out Meeks.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of helping me with just the business stuff, just so I could really focus on just putting the content out. He was doing a lot of the nitty gritty, unfollowing.
Yeah.
Doing
getting
that.
Into it. I like what you said though. It's about finding the audience, right?
Yeah.
You know the niche. You know where interested people would be that are active, because that's exactly what you're searching out. The more influential fans, the more vocal fans, and finding that group.
And it also seems now I've kind of run into the dilemma because now I'm gonna have to start it's about to turn up again. Sometimes I take a little I let my gram sit for a little, just let the followers keep coming, and then kind of let it just flatten out, and then I'm back to pushing content.
Boom.
Yeah. So it's about to be that. I'm about to be back to pushing content heavy.
And so what's the dilemma in that?
Huh?
You said there was a dilemma?
Yeah, so now sometimes when I put out pictures or videos, I won't get as many likes. I don't know what that's really due to the algorithm, but I like to think it's due to not having interactive followers. So I think that's something that is really the most valuable thing in the game. Interactive followers. Those are the ones that really count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yo, I be needing questions. Comment below. If you like this video, you made it all the way here, it's because you mess with me, you mess with Polo. Comment in the video ways to engage fans, get interactive fans. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks.
Is there anything else you want to mention on that topic?
I think marketing itself is just such a big
part of it, right?
Yeah.
At this point.
But now it's also becoming such a big career lane. Just social media marketing is becoming a job itself.
Which a job that literally didn't exist 5 years ago. Literally. That's crazy. I totally agree with you. It's things have ramped up in that department. You got some shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to everyone supporting Montclair. Having this support in my hometown is really such a blessing, because there's so many people that try to start something, and people, and not even their hometown, just people that come across it are so quick to hate. But I really have not I've received some hate, but not nowhere near as much as I could have been. So I think that's such a blessing to have the people that I grew up with always asking me engaging me on like what's going on with Polo Films. Like just like genuinely interested. I just love that. Shout out to my boy Meeks. That's my boy right there. And just shout out to all the supporters.
All the supporters. All right, tell people where they can find you on social media.
Well, I'm really just big on Instagram right now at Polo Films.
At Polo Films, and then on the YouTube channel, also Polo Films, where they got all your videos right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. This has been the Organized Sound Podcast, Polo Films. I appreciate you for coming out, bro. I am your host, Hibalde, and we will catch you in the next one.
Why you worried about how the next nigga flexing? When you dumb niggas gon' learn your lesson. Back off cause my patience you be testing. And now I just can't keep dealing with all this negativity. So keep that bullshit to yourself cause it don't mean shit to me. Nah. Say that shit for the birds. Say that shit for the birds. Give a fuck what you heard. I don't give a fuck what you heard. You can say that shit for the birds.